A truck's obviously being used to smuggle fucking migrants, dude.
Oh my god. I think the truck would be the hardest to hide in your area of the woods, but four-wheelers would be easy to change the things on them and make them look different.
Nah, dude. Like, that shit's being used right now to get more migrants across the border. I guarantee it.
Your tools too.
Yeah. Well, they're probably selling that for gas money to get to the border.
Can I like ask a weird question here about that? Like I'm of the mindset that human beings are free to travel. And I get border rules and all that. I understand the argument, but I still feel like human beings should be free to travel and settle anywhere as long as they can afford to live where they're living. As long as because like I know plenty of Mexicans. They work their ass off. Like I've
Sure.
hired white boys and they fucking quit after like a week, just enough to get a fix, right? But the Mexicans, they're still there.
Sure.
So
But we don't
why
need an
not let
excess
them
of them.
settle? Why
We
not
don't
let
need
them
an
settle?
excess of them. We don't need an
Why
excess of them.
not?
We also need to protect
An
our
excess of what?
native.
An excess of humans?
Yeah, an excess of
Stimulating
unskilled
the
dumbass
economy?
labor. Yeah. A bunch of unskilled, uneducated labor. Yeah, we don't need a whole bunch of that.
Unskilled, you say.
Yeah.
They build
Yeah.
your fucking houses and roads and dig
Yeah, and
your
like
trenches.
yeah, and like literally any other high school with a fucking hammer could do it too.
Yeah, but do they though? Do they?
No.
They don't. Of course they don't. No, because they're fuck offs.
Yeah, so it's not skilled, it's just the fucking like work ethic.
Like I'll put it this way. Who would you rather have building your house? A group of Mexicans or a group of Jobies?
I don't know, dude. They're both kind of around the same to me.
Oh wow.
That was
See,
really silly.
you believe the propaganda that these people are worthless.
Yeah.
I mean, let's say that they're unskilled, but they get on that job and they've got people over the top of them making sure that they do their job correctly. So they wind up learning those skills. What I have a problem with is that they get paid bullshit. That's what I have a
As they
problem with.
should.
No, they shouldn't.
Why?
Yeah, they should. Why? Because the only reason
Because
that
they're
they're there,
undocumented?
yeah, their only reason for existing in that country is to undermine the people that are currently there with lower
And it's
pay.
not their, it's not their fault they're getting paid less, right? It's the people that are opportunists and are abusing it.
Yeah, again, that's the only reason that they're accepted there. That's the
Okay,
only
so
reason they're brought onto those job
that would
sites.
be Americans that are
Yeah,
hired.
yeah.
That's
So if like
not.
the Mexicans actually charged as much as the native people, they wouldn't hire the fucking Mexicans. They'd hire the native people because then it wouldn't be like worth the risk of hiring all the illegals.
Except for the native people don't want to work. They certainly don't want to do that job.
Sure. At the
They
end of the
just
day,
spent 4 years
there's
at
a
FSU.
cost-benefit analysis of a company hiring a bunch of undocumented or illegals, as I like to refer to them as, right? Because they realize, oh, hey, we can save a bunch of money, and under like the small chance that we do get audited, and they fucking they check these people out, and they realize that we're hiring a bunch of undocumented, so we got to pay out this fees. We'll save more in the long run because we're probably not going to get caught. That's their only reason why they're accepted here. It's because they undermine the current people.
Who are they undermining?
The current population
Useless
here.
fucking useless jocks who could have been a contender but flunked out or busted his knee up. Is that who they're undermining?
Busted their knee up? Yeah, dude. Dude, if like the only thing that you can offer is football and it falls through, guess what? Go do something else. Sorry, dude, you're fucked.
I always have a backup plan.
Yeah.
Usually
If the only
those
thing you can,
guys are the
if
ones
the
who
only
are
thing,
running the
if the only
show.
thing, yeah, if the only thing you can provide is fucking football, well, guess what, dude? You're fucking worthless to me when your knee gets blown out, dude. It's like having a horse that has a broken leg.
So would you rather hire that guy or would you rather hire some hungry immigrants who are ready to work and build a
I'd probably
future
hire my native people here. I'd watch out for my own
because
countrymen.
of nationalism, right?
Yes. Preservation of my culture and my people.
What culture?
What?
Hamburgers and hot dogs?
There's far more to American culture than like what you give it credit for.
Like
But
what?
you wouldn't really understand it. And again, if I have to like explain all the intricacies of the American culture,
I don't
uh,
understand American culture.
okay.
Or rap
The
music
sheer
and pop.
yeah. I understand that American culture is being degraded by undesirables, but it's fine.
Christianity. You know they're Christians too. You know that, right?
Yeah, they're not the right Christians.
And in fact, they hate abortion.
Yeah, that's why they get them all the time, right?
Right? Who? Mexicans? No.
Yeah, absolutely,
No.
dude.
No, they
Yeah.
don't.
Oh yeah.
No. You're wrong
Yeah.
about that.
Also, we're taking a look at like Hondurans, which is where most of the fucking undesirables are coming from right now.
Undesirables.
Yeah.
So what are they, thugs?
Borderline.
Or are they just immigrants who want to come to America
They're migrants. They're
and have the
migrants.
same
They're
opportunity as
migrant
you?
workers. They're migrant
Because they
workers.
weren't born here, they shouldn't be allowed
No.
to have the same
No.
opportunity as you?
No. Go fix your own shit. Go make your country an actual livable piece of shit land to like put your feet on. Don't come over here after the hard work is already done putting it together and expect like any kind of like sympathy from me.
Except for
You
the
know
hard work done putting
this
it
place
together was done by immigrants.
exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Previous generations. What are they doing now? Literally fuck all.
That's
Oh, we need
exactly
roads. We
what I was
already got native people here, all right? And when we catch people hiring the fucking illegals or any kind of like immigrants, we fucking shut them down, as we should.
Yeah, well,
Why
you
should
know
we
that they're
allow?
not
Why
doing
should we
that.
allow? Why should we allow wave upon wave after wave after wave of people coming here and just completely degrading our own people?
Well, I mean, the
What do
thing
you
about
mean
that is,
degrading our own
I'm
people?
talking, guys. I
Yes.
know that you're both heated. Jesus,
Yes.
take a breath.
So we have degrading our own
Take a
people,
breath.
such as like causing a huge fucking whatchamacallit. They're a huge drain on our taxpayer dollars. They fucking plunder our educational spending,
Not if you give
right?
them status.
You,
You start
you have,
taxing them.
come on. Look,
Yes.
how are you
Yeah.
gonna stack? How are you gonna tax them for
Especially if
me?
they're coming over here. Especially if they're coming over here without knowing English, they're just an even bigger drain on our educational system.
I mean, that's
They're
just so
unneeded.
rude.
They're
That's just so
unneeded.
rude.
They're
The thing about
unneeded.
it is, if you didn't have people hiring them, they wouldn't be coming over here in droves.
Sure,
Fact.
and that's what we need to completely shut down.
Do you live in the suburbs?
Yeah,
You know the Mexicans built them suburbs, right?
not mine.
Yes, they did. I'm pretty
No, they
sure they
didn't.
did. No, it
Why
wasn't
would
a
you say
bunch of
that? I
white
mean,
boys
they
who
don't
built
even
your
know
suburbs. A
English.
Oh,
bunch of
fuck yeah, they
Mexicans
did. Yeah.
ran by
Oh
white
no.
boys.
Oh no, dude. We had black boys out here building this house.
There's
Well, that
all
happens
kinds of
too.
suburbs that are built, and they're not by
Yeah.
immigrants. Come
This
on.
house has survived many hurricanes. This was built by black boys. All right. Back when lumber was good.
Back when a 2x4 was a 2x4.
Yeah. And back when
So
you
the
could like
Mexicans are the reason why the 2x4 isn't a 2x4?
back when you actually had to like spend time counting the rings of your 2x4.
So we're blaming Mexicans now, or Hondurans, or
They're all part of
Guatemalans
the
for
they're all
the.
part of the same problem.
And the problem is that you don't like your neighbors having a quinceañera.
No. I don't care about what they do there. I care about like again like the degradation that they're causing our educational system as well as other factors.
They degrade the educational system.
Yeah,
Yes.
how's that? How's that? Can you explain that?
Yeah, they're usually less educated, lower IQ people coming here, not really knowing English, and so it causes our educational system to put in it? Not an undue, what is it? An overrepresentative amount of money into them. Texas right now is paying 26% of its budget towards ESL classes, which is absurd. Make your fucking worthless ass kids learn English before you bring them over here. I mean,
Sounds a bit racist. That sounds a bit racist right there.
oh no, yeah, well, no, it's like you're gonna bring like your worthless ass family over here with no marketable skills other than fucking cutting wood, and you're not even gonna speak our own fucking language. Go fuck yourself.
But
While
yeah,
you
think
turn
you're.
around and go
your
build
white
houses in your
kids
own fucking area.
refuse to cut wood. Your white kids
I,
What?
refuse to cut wood.
Well,
I
yeah, not
think
for
that.
fucking Mexican prices. I agree.
I
No,
think
they
that a lot of
refuse to
your,
cut
I
wood
think a
at
lot of your
all.
stuff is
No,
coming
they
from some
don't.
propaganda of your
Yes,
neck
they
of the
do.
woods.
You know
No,
they
they just
do.
know that they can't
You know
compete
you
with a
don't
fucking
grow up and be like,
Mexican
I
who's
want
gonna
my
work
kid to
below
be a
minimum
woodcutter.
wage. Listen, dude.
No,
Nobody's
you.
gonna work below minimum wage to cut wood. Guess what? The Mexicans undermine that. You think they're gonna hire some white boy for $15 when they can hire Jose for $8?
I don't fucking understand what you're talking about because I've worked plenty of construction sites and there's no Mexican making minimum wage. Are you stupid? No,
He's talking about the ones that hire the ones illegally.
they're not making
Yes.
minimum wage.
They're making
Yeah,
less
they're
than
making
it.
below, but yeah, they're
No,
making
they're
less than minimum
not.
wage. Yeah,
No,
they
they
Yes,
damn
are
sure
they
are.
not.
are.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's a
they are,
fucking lie.
Flamingo.
That's a fucking
Yeah.
lie.
And you
Yeah,
take a
maybe
look
in
at our
some
agricultural.
obscure.
Hold on. No. Tyson gets caught all the time hiring fucking migrants to go clear out their fucking chickens, dude. And they get
Those are
caught
not
paying them like
construction
fucking
workers.
$6 a fucking hour versus like
Those
the
are
minimum
construction
wage.
workers.
So we're
What?
talking
Those are
Hold
about
on, I'm just giving.
construction
construction.
workers.
Hold on, I'm giving examples, right? So we're talking about like we're minimum.
No, give a
So
construction
hold on, yeah,
example.
it's okay. Yeah, so what do we call it? Here in Texas, they're constantly doing busts for construction companies using like migrants.
Not minimum
Want to know
That's
why
wage
they?
not the
though.
question. That's not the
What?
question, though.
Oh yeah,
The
they're hiring them.
question
Yeah,
was
they're hiring
migrants
fucking dirt
doing
cheap.
construction for less than minimum wage. Do you have an
Sure,
example
they're
of that?
hiring them dirt cheap. Sure, they're hiring them dirt cheap. Like if I hired, and I used to be in construction, if I hired a white boy to do some tile for me, I'd have to pay him
Mm-hmm.
$3 an hour. I have to pay him $3 a foot, $3 a square foot. If I
Mm-hmm.
hired a Mexican, the Mexicans are doing it for $2.50.
And you're just perfectly fine with people coming out from like the fucking woodworks to do work cheaper than the natives are.
Yeah, because the Mexicans did it right.
The Mexicans did it right. What if they both did it equally?
They didn't.
Okay,
And
if they
why
did.
should I be more allied with someone who happened to be born in the same geographical region as I was?
Right.
Because one might want to support like their own integrity of their own nation, which is completely undermined by migrant workers.
What does that mean?
Nationalist.
Yes,
Nationalism.
pure
What is the
nationalism. I agree.
integrity? What is the integrity of a nation?
The integrity of a nation,
Yeah, what does that
the
even
economic
mean?
security, the social security, the financial security, everything about
If
it,
you give
dude.
them
The
status
cultural
and you tax
security.
them,
No. We send them back and we tell them
Wait,
to come get
what is
marketable skills,
cultural
and we bring them back.
security?
Do what?
What is cultural security?
Maintaining the culture of the nation,
Which culture is that?
he
the
doesn't know.
American culture.
He doesn't know.
Which
Give
What
has a
is
him
lot
the
of
an
American
influence.
example.
Which has a
culture?
lot of influence from was it Germanic and
English.
Italian?
What is the
English.
American culture? Can you give me examples of the American culture?
The
English
American
language.
culture. Hold
Yeah.
on.
English language.
No, not even that. Oh yeah, it'd be nice if they all fucking spoke English,
Why?
but they don't.
They have
Because
no
he speaks
obligation.
English.
They have no obligation to talk to you.
Sure, but they have the obligation to actually work within our country. They have
Yeah,
the
they do.
obligation to go. Hold on, they have the obligation to send their fucking like worthless ass children to our schools, where they thus drain our educational system, because we have to hire people that are now having to speak 2 languages or 3 languages or 4 languages, go out and spend extra resources on material to teach them,
But we don't.
rather than have them already.
Well,
Yeah, we
America's
do,
But we
always been
don't.
like that.
but we do.
America's always been
That's
like
just
that.
something you made up.
We've always had to have.
Texas
No,
currently spends
where
a large portion. I think it was something like 26% now on ESL programs.
for who?
We've
So
always had a
For whom?
multilingual
for students that do
teachers.
not speak English as their native language.
Right. We've always had that. That's always been an issue here in the United
Yeah, it
States.
shouldn't be.
Why
How the
shouldn't
fuck do you
it
think
be?
the United States grew? You think everybody spoke English when they come here?
Yeah, but they quickly learned it, or at least no. The people that came here already dabbled with it. All right, these people
And
No,
don't even
and
speak a lick of
but
it.
the Mexicans
and all
can't
these
quickly
kids are
learn it.
learning it too. Every last one of
All
those
these
kids that goes
Hondurans.
to
Yeah,
every last one
we
of those
should not
kids that
allow them
goes to
to.
American schools learns English. Every
Yeah,
last
we don't know.
one of them.
Yeah, eventually, right after draining us of our fucking resources,
Every
right?
last one of
Yeah,
Bullshit.
them.
yeah, after
Draining us.
draining us. Yeah, you think like again, we could look at
That-
Texas, dude.
No.
You think Texas like educational system would be like better if we didn't have to waste all this money on ESL programs?
No, I don't.
Okay, well then
Because
you're
they're
just
ignorant
coping.
down there.
what do you
Then you're
think
just
they'd be
coping.
doing better? What do you
No,
think
they
they'd be doing
wouldn't.
better?
What would they be doing better? I don't know.
Yeah.
Increasing teacher pay, putting more money into STEM, like some places are doing, right? But no, they have to meet like this mandatory
And what would that do?
budget. What?
What would that do?
Create actual like useful kids. have teacher retention, which is a huge issue within the educational system.
So, like, useful kids are
So,
kids that can build your house, right?
No, we already have plenty of houses. What we need is like actual STEM jobs.
like what?
In fact, we're actually losing people, right? Like we're losing, like our population is
What
like declining due to our dropping
what
birth
what
rates.
what,
I mean,
what
the
STEM
only
job?
being sustained by fucking migrants we keep allowing to come in here.
What
If we
STEM
cut off
jobs
the
are
migrants, we
lacking?
wouldn't need more houses.
Yeah, blah blah
And
blah.
industrial distribution,
What
right?
STEM
And
jobs are lacking?
so industrial distribution, petroleum engineering, ebbs and flows, right? I think we currently need more petroleum engineers. I know that
Really?
mechanical
Why?
engineers not so much, right? Because right now, like they have a hiring rate above 92%, which is like a good
Okay.
indicator. Yeah, that
Do they
that
do they
there's
have
that there's more people,
do,
like that there's less people going into the field than like jobs demanded. Okay.
you got a stat for that we can all see?
Yeah, we can take a look at underemployment rate. Let me find that for
Okay.
you.
Seems like an attack against brown people.
It is.
It's just an attack. Yeah, well,
Exactly.
that too. Yeah, sure. I don't like uneducated, worthless ass people coming from the border.
Well, we don't
We already
like
have
you,
enough.
so
We
what's
already
the
have it.
difference
We
in
already
that?
have enough like uneducated, worthless ass people here. We don't need any more.
Well, I know you're one of
That's
them.
why we ask people from the border to come in and work, because they're uneducated ass white boys who won't do a goddamn
Yeah,
thing.
especially all like the uneducated black boys, right?
It doesn't matter.
Oh
Americans
yeah.
will say. But
Mm.
I have to say, I'm a hiring manager,
Mm-hmm.
so I have
And you'd
some
be more than
experience
happy
in
to
this,
hire illegals,
and I
right?
know somebody no illegals. We're not allowed to hire illegals.
Why not?
We work for a legitimate business.
Oh,
Like, we don't work for some backwood fucking operation.
so like not Tyson, right?
Right.
Not the biggest name in food, right?
Right. Because they can hide it, right? We can't hide it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. We have to be you're supposed to be above board. And if Tyson is getting away with this, then perhaps they should be shut the fuck down.
I agree.
And then where do you
We
get your
catch them
chicken
all the
from?
time. What?
I've
Then where do you
hired
get your
plenty of
chicken?
Americans. They ain't worth a fuck. I love America and I love Americans.
All the
Every
Americans aren't worth a
Mexican I've
fuck.
ever hired is still with us today. Eager, ready to work.
Too bad.
But
Send them back.
and I'm just saying white boys, because white boys, the white boys that I hire, they show up for like a day or two. And this was back in my construction days. Like, they show up, they're like, I ain't got no tools. What do you mean you ain't
Yeah,
got
they
no
didn't
tools?
steal them from anybody, dude. They're right.
But Mexicans show up fully loaded with a crew
Yeah, yeah.
with their own tools, ready to work.
Their own tools? Are you sure about that?
Yes. What the fuck? I've
Where'd they
been in
get their tools
construction for
from?
fucking 20 years. Oh, they
Where'd they get
stole
their
them,
tools from?
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, they
probably.
stole them, right?
Probably. Some broke ass fucking migrant from Honduras showing up with like the clothes on his back and somehow has a full set of tools? Like, come on, dude. That's why all my tools went missing, dude. They're probably gonna end up on some construction site with Juan.
Oh well. You should buy some new ones then. Trust you have insurance, so that'll cover most of it. Maybe a little deductible, you'll be out of pocket, but other than that, you'll be okay.
No, dude, it's irritating. We just allowed them the fucking free reign from the southern border, and we see the issues that they
Oh,
cause. Yeah,
how sad for you.
yeah.
Must
We need
suck
to
to
cut
be
it.
you,
We need to put
doesn't
a
it?
complete stop to it, dude. Just a complete stop. I don't care about the drugs. Let all the fucking worthless ass people kill themselves with fentanyl. Just stop the migrants.
Okay.
Once all the undesirables are dead, we'd have a better nation.
How so?
With
In
a
what way would
nation
it be?
without
In what way would it be better? Give me some
lower crime rate.
Seriously?
Yeah. Get rid of all the
You think
undesirables, crime rate would
you,
plummet.
You think that migrants per capita are committing more crime than
No,
native
when I
born?
say undesirables, I'm talking about
Uh-huh.
like low IQ, like worthless ass human beings, especially anybody
Well,
with
how
an
do you?
IQ lower than 83.
Many of them are
Not even
Americans.
not even
More of
not even the
them, in
military,
fact.
not even like the
Can we
military
get
wants
rid of
them.
some of them? Can we get rid of some of the shitty Americans
Yeah, I agree.
who
Yeah,
are
we
low
should.
IQ and don't work?
That's why I'm all for the fentanyl. Let it kill off all the fucking worthless ass people here in this country. More fentanyl, I say.
And I suppose you're a believer that the Mexicans are bringing fentanyl across the
Oh,
border, right?
absolutely, dude. 100% they are. We catch them every fucking day.
Even though the most drug bust that's ever happened has been Americans traveling across the border and bringing it back.
Americans?
Yes.
Sure. And we get a whole bunch of people. Of course, like take a look at their race. They get a
Now, how
fucking
many
American passport. They get an American passport and then look at them, dude. They get a free reign, and they're the ones that get paid by the cartel to go and do that
but how,
shit. So it's no surprise.
compared to how many migrants we find sitting at the border waiting to get across?
Who knows, dude? We catch like little smugglers all the time. We catch
Yeah, little
motherfuckers like
smugglers all the time, but the major
yeah,
busts come from Americans who are traveling across the border, getting drugs and bringing it back.
yeah. Usually loading it onto cargo from Mexico. I agree.
Right. Because it's cheaper to get down there
Do what?
and they can get it in bulk. I'm
Yeah,
not
it's usually
arguing that
cartel
that's
shit.
where a lot of it's made. I'm not arguing that that's where a lot of
Yeah.
it's made. But
Yeah,
the
what's the race of
majority
those
of it
Americans
isn't
being
being
arrested, dude?
smuggled by some fucking
Sure. What's the
immigrants who are
race of
trying to get
what's the
across.
yeah? What's the race of like the people that are smuggling it in?
Mostly Americans.
Okay, what
It doesn't
race?
matter what race they are. They're
I think
mostly
it does.
natural born Americans.
Listen, natural born.
Natural born Americans. You can go look at the
Natural born.
stats if you want to. The most people who smuggle fentanyl into this country and that are caught smuggling fentanyl
Oh,
into
that
this
are
country are caught at
caught.
the border trying to smuggle it through the border,
Oh, that are caught.
and they are caught, right?
That are caught. I
That
see.
are caught, right? So the most people that are caught are natural born Americans trying to smuggle it through the border. Most of the people that are caught at the border trying to sneak in are not caught with fentanyl. Very rare do you find that. Very rare. You can go look at the stats. It is very rare that they find immigrants, Mexican immigrants, crossing the border with fentanyl in their
What are
pockets.
they crossing with?
They're crossing with hope.
Can you buy a construction tools with hope?
No, but if you think that you
Oh, so
come
where do the
across the
construction tools
border,
come from?
so what are they bringing? Well, they get here and they go to work,
How are they
right?
gonna
They
work
go
without
to
no
work anywhere
tools?
they can, and they amass their supply. You know, they
So where do
get
the
here and
tools
they
come
go to
from?
work for anybody who will hire them, and they build up their supply
Supply of what?
of tools.
Supply of tools.
There
Where are they
are
getting their
lane
tools from?
closures continuing tonight and this
Working,
weekend along northbound
making
DuSable
money and
Lakeshore
spending it.
Drive. So
How are
here
they
they
working
are
without
from
tools?
8 tonight until
They're
6
not.
o'clock tomorrow
When
morning.
they get here,
Traffic
they're
will be
working for
reduced to
people who
one
have
lane
tools.
between LaSalle and Lawrence. On Sunday at 5 p.m., only one lane will be open between LaSalle
Or
and
do
the
you think
Diversey
that's
Interesting.
Bridge.
impossible?
And then at 9
I just
p.m.,
see like all the
all
crimes going on
northbound
in
lanes will
Laredo, all
close
like the shit where they
until
come across
7
the border, they
a.m. Monday
fucking
morning.
ransack people's like shacks. They ransack people up here in Caldwell now. Right? Just utterly worthless subhumans that need to be sent back.
Yeah, agreed.
Or if it was left there after the wreck.
So can we go to Chicago and send all those subhumans back?
Yes, yes. I would
Can we
love
go to
that.
California and LA and send all those subhumans? Can we go to
Oh,
Miami
dude.
and Detroit and
Yes. Get all the
Missouri
fucking homeless people that
and
don't do shit,
Kansas?
but like shoot up like fentanyl. Either give them more fentanyl or send them to the fucking like labor camp.
So we're in agreement. It doesn't matter what color or what race or what generation
No,
you
it's
come
just
from
undesirables.
or what country you come from. If you're a piece of shit who don't work, you shouldn't be here in America.
Oh, even some of the people that do work, dude. Like, I don't want like low skilled, low IQ people in my country. I want them out. I want a smarter, better race of people.
Getting Hitler vibes here.
Which is why I think like
thanks.
which is why I think like the prison and like the industrial prison or the prison industrial complex, right, is beautiful, dude. We take all the low IQ people out early, and we lock them up for life, and we don't let them have more kids. If we just keep them
You
locked
don't.
up forever, they'll never have like dumbass kids like themselves, and we stop the perpetuation of low IQ.
I'm a dumbass with a low IQ. I've got exceptional kids. But I work though, you know. I'm not a lazy bum. I've worked since I was 13 years old.
Yeah, sure. So did my dad. He's still a fucking idiot.
Right, but he produced you, and you think you fancy yourself
Yeah,
intelligent.
I was more of the offspring of my mother, dude. She's fucking smart as a whip. She's also a CPA. Yeah.
Well, thank God my wife has a degree, right? Or else my daughter would be dumb as shit, right?
Yeah, probably.
You're impossible, dude.
Listen,
You
dude, we
don't
don't
like the
need
fact that your neighbors are throwing a quinceañera. Admit it.
no. No, listen, dude. I'm just as much of a hater of white trash as anybody. I hate white trash more than anyone. They're the first ones I would send away.
Yeah, I doubt that.
Oh, dude, I've said it 100 times. I hate
If
white
they were
trash
born in
more than
America, I
anything.
think you would give them the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, fuck no, dude. I especially have hatred for them because at least they have some sort of expectation put upon them.
What's the expectation? To go be degraded for a fee?
Go be degraded for a fee? What do you mean?
Cleaning toilets, let's say, for $6, $7 an hour, $7.50 or
Yeah,
whatever.
get your fucking lazy ass out of your trailer and go and do something.
So to be degraded for a fee is fine.
Yeah. If that's all you're worth, that's all you get. You should be happy to get what you're worth.
Yeah, I'm getting Hitler vibes from you, dude. I hate to say it, and I know that's a cliche.
Dude, listen, dude, I could care less. I couldn't care less.
You know, we hate to sling around cliches, but we're getting like 1984 vibes from you.
1984 or 1942? Make up your mind. Which one?
Both.
Both.
Getting Hitler vibes with the master race because you've already espoused.
I'm more of a pure like utilitarian. All right, nationalist utilitarian. That's all I am. If you're worth nothing, we don't need you. We have plenty of teenagers that we can make go out and do that shit.
Make? So
Yeah.
compulsory now.
Yeah. Plenty of kids in juvie that need to be forced to go and do work. Plenty of people in prison that need to be forced to go and do work.
So why can't you just take immigrants from across the border and force them to work?
Utilize the 13th Amendment as it was meant to be utilized.
So what's the difference between taking immigrants and forcing them to work?
Taking immigrants?
Yeah.
Well, that would actually be a good idea if we just arrest all these migrants that come here and we just force them to do work for no pay.
So slavery.
Yes. Legal slavery under the 13th Amendment. Utilize our vast prison network to outcompete migrants. That's what we should do.
And you
Can't
vote.
compete with free. Yeah.
This is the problem. People like you vote.
Yeah. Well, people like you vote. You keep letting in more of these migrants. We don't need them.
I don't vote. I've never voted a day in my life.
Good, don't.
No, I won't. It's pointless. This country's been bought and sold.
Oh, I agree. It's been bought and sold to the Chinese.
Well, why don't we see a lot of Chinese people over here?
Do what?
Why are they like the minority?
Why would they need to be the majority over here?
No, but you would think that if it was bought and sold by the Chinese, we'd be overrun.
Why would we?
Instead, it seems like we're overrun with Latinos.
Again, the boomers, hashtag fuck boomers, sold out this nation. to China for cheap products, and now China's on track to be the new world leader. And the boomers let it happen.
Yeah, they're not quite on track.
They are pretty much on track. They're making like again, we have like the Middle East, several countries there that are all considering switching to the Chinese yuan. We have several countries in Asia already like making the switch to the reserve currency of the Chinese yuan. We have Eastern European countries considering switching to the Chinese yuan. America's rule is like dwindling, which is why we're pumping so much money into our military. It's the only thing that keeps us afloat. But in times of peace, we're fucked. We have nothing that we provide.
No, but in times of peace, it's cool. Who cares? But in times of war, then who wins?
Oh, we'll see. China has 3 times our population, almost 4 times now.
Yeah,
And once
and
they
half
get like,
of them
hold
motherfuckers
on.
can't even lift a gun.
Listen,
Never
dude, most
seen a
Americans
gun
are
in
too
their
fat to
life.
run. Most Americans are too fat to run fucking 200 yards.
We don't need most Americans. We only need a handful of them.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Against a country 4 times our size with the capability of
Against a
arming every
country
last one
who's
of them if
never
they
seen
wanted
a
to.
gun. Against a country
What?
whose 90% of the population has never seen a gun a day in their life.
Okay. You act like training somebody to fucking shoot is like the hardest thing in the world.
So you can't train a
It would
fat guy to shoot?
Yeah, again, it takes a lot longer to get a fat guy in shape than it is to get a fucking little twink from China in shape.
You don't need a fat guy to be in shape to shoot someone.
To be able to go in combat, yeah. The Chinese have us beat in that front too. They're more of a conformist, like a collectivist country too, so it's like a lot easier to get them to do what they want.
So that's what you really want here is a collectivist country. One mindset, a
No, I'm just saying,
hive.
yeah, hive mind. Why not?
Because that's not what America was built on. That's not what our Constitution dictates.
Yeah, and that's why we're losing. That's why we're losing to China, dude.
Yeah, but we're free though.
Yeah, we keep saying that we're free.
Who gives
Free
a
from what?
shit if another country has more cash than us?
If another country has more cash than us, we'll consider that America built itself as being like the world like economic leader, and it's on track to no longer be that, and it's on track to be like the no longer be like the protector of the world. Guess who that's going to go to?
Good.
America has no room being number 2. America will
Good. We
completely
don't
crumble
need
as
to
number
be
2.
the protectors. We don't
Oh
need
yeah,
to
we
be the
do. Our
protectors of the
our
world.
entire economy revolves around that. Okay, that's why we spend
No, we don't need to be the
52%.
protectors.
Okay, cool. So what's going to happen to America after that?
What's going to happen
What's
to America
like
after what? That we're no longer
after,
protecting like what, Iraq?
yeah.
Or
After we
Kuwait?
no longer have like contracts with 52 other nations to be their guard dog. What happened? What's the
I
end
think
game
we'll
there?
save a shit ton of money.
I think that will completely collapse as an economy.
Why?
Why? Because so much of our shit is built around our military presence. So much of our shit is built around our trade presence. All of which would go away if China becomes the world leader.
So if China
What do you
becomes the
think?
world
Hold on,
leader,
what do you
we'll
think's
no
gonna?
longer
What do you think's gonna
have
be?
trade
What do you
allies?
think's gonna happen if like the world's like national like reserve currency is no longer the U.S. dollar? Do you think there's any
So
future for America there?
if China becomes the world leader, we will no longer have trade allies?
No. Who's gonna ally with us when most countries no longer use our currency as like the reserve currency?
So we can't just switch currencies?
Switch to the yuan?
Yeah, sure, why not? If
So
that's the world, if that's the
completely,
dominating currency,
so completely
like here
devaluing
in the
our own dollar.
States, we can,
So
use the
this is why I
dollar,
know that you
but
work
when it comes
construction,
to
right?
trading overseas, it has to be.
Yes. What's going to happen to the American dollar when, like, again, most countries no longer use it as the reserve? What do you think is going to happen to the value?
It'll still be worth, something here in America.
No, it won't. Its overall value will plummet. Its exchange value will plummet. Guess where most of our shit comes from? It comes from overseas. You think we're going to buy anything with our fucking exchange rates when that happens? No.
You don't think so? You don't think we would be able to
No.
strike a
Most
deal?
economists don't even think so. Most economists agree that would be the worst case scenario for America. That's why so many economists are so worried about like the reserve currency issue. It'd be a
So
complete
that's what
fucking
you're
endgame
afraid
for
of.
America.
You're afraid of being not number one anymore. You're afraid of not being the center. Solipsism.
Yes, every American should be afraid to not be the center. If we are not
So
the
it's
center, we
solipsism,
completely lose.
right?
Yes, America has built itself completely on top of this pillar that is number one. And the minute it crumbles, we all fall and die.
I
Nope.
disagree.
Well,
I don't
then
think we all
that
fall and
explains
die.
why
I
you
think
worked as
we
a
evolve.
construction. All right, that's why.
I think
Again,
we
that's why you worked
evolve.
in construction. No, you don't evolve. Your economy crumbles, and we
Oh,
see a
that's why I
fucking
work
collapse.
in construction.
Worse.
Why? Because I'm
Yeah,
uneducated.
yeah,
Yeah, and you're highly educated, right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
sure.
American accounting with a minor in economics, dude. So
Whoa.
Cool.
also I'm a CPA, so
So cool.
actual skilled labor. So actual skilled labor.
So you're essentially just a guy who has these
That
titles
deals a
who
lot of
can.
numbers and a lot of numbers and dealing with money and other factors. Like, yeah, you're right. Things that are more abstract than hammer goes here.
Be replaced by a bot today.
Sure.
He can't. He can't. So he can.
Yeah.
Everything you know and you do right now
he
can be done better by a bot
dude,
right now. And
he can be replaced by
can't. He's
Juan
safe.
from Honduras, okay?
He's safe, bud. It's 2023. You're not in the 80s anymore. Construction workers are making more than most office workers today.
Sure.
This guy's proud of being what? You're proud of sitting down 8 hours a day? How's your back doing, bud?
Dude,
Yeah.
How are